actually met in this class, in this studio. We were in TV and radio. One of the first times I spoke to him, I think I was like a floor manager, and what were you that day?
I was in the booth or something, I think.
He came out here, and I could tell he was having a rough day, so I tried speaking to him, and it didn't go as well as I thought it would. But eventually we got really close. We were really good friends for many years. Right after I graduated, not even a week later, I was already starting my new job out in Nebraska. It was a really small station. I had to prove myself, and I had to be a reporter of 5, essentially, and get that area news out there and build relationships with the community.
Like Elise kind of said, 1 minute you're having your graduation party, the next minute you're starting your new career as a sports reporter. Right off the bat, I got to do a lot of sports, eventually leading to live television broadcasting, live radio broadcasting, and having a sole focus of an entire about 4 or 5 county area where you're the only person that's reporting sports.
We did more than just report. We were in small radio stations, so we also had to be on the radio. We had to gather the news ourselves, city council meetings, understanding what's going on in your local government. We had a 5 to 6 stories a day quota that we had to meet.
That was one thing that we really had to do at Adrian too, though.
Yeah.
Everybody wore multiple hats. Everyone had to do multiple things while we were in the UN. When you can, when to practice, whatever you can do to learn all of this stuff in the studio, in the rooms, the classrooms, whatever. The more you know, the better off you'll be.
And I would also have to say that our first boss was very pleased that we knew how to edit video right off the bat. That was training he didn't have to do. So practice.
Yeah, that's good. I think that covers it.
Yeah.
Die or fade away. I just wanna be someone. I just wanna be someone. Dive and disappear without a trace. I just wanna be someone. Well, doesn't everyone? And if you feel the great dividing, I wanna be the one you're guiding, 'cause I believe that you can lead the way. I just wanna be somebody to someone, oh, I wanna be somebody to someone, oh, I never had nobody and no road home. I wanna be somebody to someone. And if the sun starts setting, the sky goes cold, and if the clouds get heavy and start to fall, I really need somebody to call my own. I wanna be somebody to someone. Someone to you, someone to you, someone to you, someone to you. I don't even need to change the world. I'll make the moon shine just for your view. I'll make the starlight circle the room. And if you feel like night is falling, I wanna be the one you're calling, 'cause I believe that you can lead the way. I just wanna be somebody to someone, oh, I wanna be somebody to someone, oh, I never had nobody and no road home. I wanna be somebody to someone.
There's no program, I think, in the history of rowing that's built a boathouse of this caliber as a first-year team. And I think that's reflected not just in the boathouse. The equipment is top-notch, with this brand-new fleet of phenomenal boats, as well as having, a team of 25 recruits plus, another 20 walk-ons to where we're now, a first-year team of 45 men and women, which again is a lot for a first-year program. So really excited. I think we're in a great place in year one. Really excited to see where we go from here.
So the reason why I joined is because I love the dedication that the school is putting into the new program. The fact that they put so much money into the brand new boathouse that they're going to go all out.
I've always wanted to row in college. Ever since I started rowing, it was kind of one of my goals. And Adrian's the only place that I found that really felt like home, where I could have a good education and row. I love the erg room because it's like we have the deck to look out on, and it kind of makes the 6 a.m. practices a lot better.
We talk a lot about the program values. Among those are, grit, just, a toughness, also, an excellence, being your best self, bringing your best effort to everything you do, being great teammates. We talk a lot about gratitude, just, the hundreds of people, from your parents and your high school coaches to the administrators here at the college that made this possible, your faculty here at the college. And we talk about, excelling in the classroom and the community as well, and really giving back. And I think people are going to see a program that not only makes them proud in terms of the results we deliver and the national competitions we're going to attend and hopefully perform very well in, but also just the type of kids who are going to be associated with this program are going to be kids that people are really proud to have as alumni of this college in 5, 10, 20 years.
What I love coming in here is the fact that of the coach's methods. The fact that right now it's the fall season, he's a brand new team, he's trying to get us all into having great technique, having to then apply the pressure and just try to grow further and further.
And it's really like a home away from home. Like, everyone on the team is pretty much like my family. The coaches, it's like having a parent here. You can always go to them about anything, like rowing related or not. They care about you as a person, not just an athlete.
You do see in the rowing world, I think, times where there's a institutional disconnect, or a administrative disconnect between what the rowing team is trying to accomplish and the resources they're given to accomplish it. For us, we have such a phenomenal facility as a new program that, it not only enables us to have a wonderful place to train. The erg room is phenomenal. Our boat bay accommodates all the.
Hello and welcome to the campus of Adrian College. I'm Gabriel Schrei. Ryan Cuddy is here alongside me for MIAA Tournament Soccer. Adrian College's women's soccer team playing host to Albion and the Britons here tonight inside of Docking Stadium. Ryan, an exciting contest.
No, this should be great. Adrian getting the #1 seed for the tournament. So they're going to be pumped up to defend home field turf, but this should be a great action between two great teams.
Absolutely, two fantastic programs going to be doing battle, and opening kick underway. Looks like Adrian clearing this one away from their goal, sending it long and out of play on the far side of the field, where the 30-yard line would be if this were a football game. Back into play, Adrian working the soccer ball down across the center of the pitch. Albion and the Brits steal it back, trying to clear it back down into the Bulldogs zone, unable to do so. Ball tied up about a third of the way down into Britain's territory. Now skied down towards their netminder. She rolls it close side of the pitch to one of her defenders. Close, down near the edge of play. Soccered across the field and kicked away back to an Adrian Bulldog. Adrian with it. Sending it long. Number 22 there, Rachel Postalik.
Yeah, I expect both teams early to try to kind of find their rhythm, find their footing in this game with such importance. Your season's on the line. You don't want to make too many crucial mistakes early. So maybe in a regular season game, you kind of see more risks taken. But I expect both teams to kind of try to get their feet wet in this one.
Absolutely. Both teams taking their time, want to get this one right, and so far they have done so. Women's soccer team setting this one up near the center of the field. Lost by the Adrian Bulldogs, much to the disapproval of the home crowd calling for a penalty there. Albion with the ball, quick shot. This one's a score! Albion Britons get the first goal of today's MIAA tournament contest at the 43-minute mark of half number 1.
A dream start for Albion. You're on the road. You're in hostile territory against the number 1 seed, and you come out like that. That they couldn't have imagined it any better to start. And Caroline Fleming got tripped up. Maybe she was looking for a call at least. And then Albion taking advantage of kind of the breakdown in defense. And if you're the Britons, you couldn't have dreamt that up a better start.
Absolutely perfect start for Albion and the Britons. Ball now centered back up on the Adrian Bulldog logo. Officials chatting it up near the sideline here. It appears we are good to resume to regular play.
See how Adrian bounces back. Let's see how they respond. Obviously, only a few minutes into this game. There's no reason to panic whatsoever, but it's going to be interesting to see kind of if their game plan switches up at all, being down a goal, or if they just kind of stick with the routine, stick with what they had.
Bulldogs get the soccer ball back, working it down the field now. Some space and chipped away by an Albion Briton. Tripped up Adrian's number 22 there, Cassidy Connor. Connor able to chip it back. Ladling this one to Cassidy Miller. Miller with a laser down the field, intercepted by the Britons. There to your right, working it towards the center of the pitch. Now to your left, close side of the pitch, trying to keep it in play here. Racing a Bulldog to the sideline, and now ball goes to Adrian's Sarah Brannon. Brannon down on the far end of the pitch, centers it up to the netminder of Adrian. She'll clear it here at the 42-minute mark of half number 1. Thanks for tuning in to MIAA Tournament Soccer here on the Adrian College Sports Network. Live on 107.9 FM WVAC and Adrian College TV.
Adrian's offense, one of the most prolific in the MIAA. You know, just being down 1 goal, that for them is nothing with how they've been playing throughout the season. But Albion with a very good defense as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how these two those two teams contrast with the Adrian prolific offense with a stout Albion defense.
Battle for the ball down on the close side of the pitch, right side to you. Adrian comes away with it. Centering kick, chipped away by one of the Brits. Adrian keeps possession, ladling the ball. Back to Brannon. Cassidy with it. Driving forward, trouble for her. This one skitters back towards Adrian's side of the field. Now a howitzer. Down towards the side of the pitch. Kept in play. Britons end up with the ball. This one chittering back towards the goal. Now cleared by the Britons. Center of the pitch. There are 3 Bulldogs there, no Britons. They'll keep the ball. Sending it far side. This one skied towards us here in the booth, Ryan. Centered back up. Nifty footwork there by Megan Lowers. Lowers has it. Close side. 2 Britons defending her, unfazed. And she loses it there, but it is going to go off of the pitch. And that means it will remain an Adrian football.
Yeah, so far Adrian really hasn't worked it over to the side of Caroline Fleming, the MIAA MVP. And you know she's going to be shadowed by multiple defenders in this one. The Britons, are not going to want to give her any free room and any free space to maneuver.
Inbounded Bulldogs trying to center that one up. It goes wide right instead. Good-looking kick from Eve Davis, the freshman from Canton, Michigan there. Just couldn't get it in front of that Britain netminder. And Ryan, I think you captured the spirit really well. It surprised me to see the Britons come out, pump a goal, and right away. That's a huge play for them and gives them all of the momentum.
Oh no, and they're able to control the game while being in the lead. Adrian's gonna have to start pressing, and if they want to, obviously still tons of time left, but Adrian's now got to crawl back in this game, so Albion can kind of sit back, play their game, and play stout defense and not really give the Bulldogs much room to work with.
Britain's working the ball into play here. Adrian centering a kick up, looking for the header. This one goes just behind the net. Not a bad-looking kick there from the far side.
No, yeah, that's kind of what you want on a cross, or at least into the box. Get it sort of centered into the right up into the netminder. Try to get him out of place. That one just sailing a little too far out of bounds.
Adrian with it. Still on the Britons' end of the pitch. Kick sent far side. Eve Davis in trouble. Wants to battle this one towards the center. There's the kick, and this one off of the side of the net as well. Again, another really nice-looking centering kick there.
Yeah, Adrian so far has been trying to kind of spread out Albion's defense, come in from a wide angle and get something set up in the center of the box. And so far, I mean, they've had a couple good looks. Nothing really on net yet, but you like how Adrian's offense has started. And other than that kind of, obviously, the first possession, you throw that out, Adrian's looked very good so far.
This one goes out of play on the far side of the pitch. Will be inbounded again here. In front of a big Bruiser logo on the away stands. Britons put it into play. Captured by a Bulldog. The Bulldog sends it back off of the pitch. Anyone just joining us, this is the Adrian College Sports Network. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at AC Sportsnet or by searching Adrian College Sports Network. It's a new effort we're going about here on campus. Ryan, you've been a big part of it here, even though you're a freshman. We're combining our television feeds with our radio broadcast, so now you'll be able to listen to the game while you're in your car on 107.9 WVAC FM and watch it live online for free on YouTube.
No, I think that's awesome, being able to just kind of spread out onto multiple platforms, and it's really cool to be a part of it here at Adrian College, and it's awesome to be joined with ACTV starting out here, so it's been a total blast so far.
That's pretty cool to see guys like you and Tyler having so much success. There's so many freshmen who are having so much success with what we're doing at the production house, and the reach we have right now on WVAC and online on Adrian College TV is unprecedented. We've never had numbers like we're having because of this on Adrian College TV, so really special to see this reach blowing up and you guys getting all the benefits of it.
It's just been a total blast, too, to just everyone here working. Has been so easy and so great to work with, so it's a fun job for sure.
Ball tied up down towards the center of the pitch. Benefit will go to the Albion Britons here. Ryan, 36-minute mark here in half number 1. 1-0 the score in favor of Albion.
Yeah, Adrian's controlled possession mostly throughout. And Albion obviously with possession now, but is that one sent out? Overall, though, the Bulldogs have been very controlling of the ball. A lot of good opportunities, sending some crosses into the box. Nothing on net, but, I mean, you feel like you're setting something up, trying to start breaking down the defense.
This one being inbounded by the Britons, chipped back out of play immediately. Now Adrian will have it. It's on the far left side, close side of the pitch. Inbounded, Adrian with a header. Trying to work this one up to Brandon. It's lost. Brits get it back. Just inside of play there, number 17, Claire Kelly, the junior. She's inbounding it now after it went off of the pitch. 2 headers back-to-back, one by a Brit and one by a Bulldog. 2 players collide after the ball. MIAA Alexiak couldn't get it back for Adrian. One of the Brits screaming around the edge now, far side. And 2 players come together hard. Official waves the flag as this one Goes out of the back of what would be the end zone. Adrian's netminder will send the ball back into play at the 35-minute mark.
Yeah,
1-0, the tally here.
Tons of experience on this Adrian Bulldogs team. Obviously, the senior class being one of the best in Adrian history. So, you know, they're not going to blink an eye being down early. And but you got to give credit to the visiting Britons. They've came out strong, and they got that early goal, and that can only boost their confidence.
And another kick coming for the Brits here. Adrian will retreat. For the Britons, McKenna Graham standing back on the far hash mark, the 25. This one over the net, and Adrian will now send it back into play from the hands and feet of their netminder. She'll wind up for a big kick here. We're just under the 34-minute mark. Adrian's MVP, not out on the field right now, Ryan. That's Caroline Fleming. And she wasn't just Adrian's MVP. She was the league MVP for the MIAA.
No, she was. Stellar season, stellar career she's had. Top, I believe she's number 4 in school history and points. So she's just been so consistent throughout her career here.
4 other first-teamers joined her in the MIAA. Megan Lowers, Sarah Brannon, Avery Giller, and Angela Davis, all joining her as all-conference selections for the MIAA. The 5th decade of existence for the Adrian Bulldogs soccer program, and their 5th MVP coming in this decade.
And that's what's scary about this Adrian team. You know, you think they just got 1 star or 2 stars. No, they have throughout the whole field. You just find all MIAA or if not still stellar players that can really impact the game in so many different ways. So this Bulldogs team is really stacked up and down the lineup.
Adrian holding this one down towards the Britons' third of the pitch, and now it skitters out of play off of the foot of one of the Bulldogs. That means the Britons will inbound the ball. Towards center field. Now rocketing back towards Albion. Back and forth they go here.
Yeah, it's been an interesting start for sure. Kind of both chances for both teams early on. Albion being the only team to be able to find the back of the net.
Brits working this one down with good pace. Bulldog loses her footing. Far side, it's a 2-on-1 opportunity. We've got a Bulldog down and a flag, and now the Briton loses her footing as well, and the flag waved off.
Yeah, that was great defense and positioning there by, I believe that was Zoe Blanchard on the far side of the field, being able to kind of pick up for a Bulldog falling down and being able to body off the Albion defender and kind of box her out like in sort of like going up for a basketball rebound, get the body positioning, and that kind of forced the foul on Albion.
Britain's working this down towards the Bulldog net, but a whistle blown here, Ryan.
Yeah, there's a Bulldog limping. Let's hope she's okay. Believe that's number 28, Sarah Brannon. Appears she's staying in the game.
We're at the 32-minute mark here in half number 1. Ball sent down the field, intercepted by Albion, taken right back by Adrian. Getting the ball back is Angela Davis. Davis chips it over to Caroline Fleming, and Fleming loses it there in the face of 2 Albion Britons. Just a moment ago, that was a foul on Adrian. Ball on the far side of the pitch here.
Another good-looking potential opportunity for Adrian getting the ball deep into the territory of the Albion Britons. So let's see if they can kind of capitalize, get something going in the box.
Bulldogs have it. Down in the Briton zone. Pass centered up, tipped away by Albion. Now close side of the pitch. That's Lowers with it. Lowers with a quick deke. Keeps possession. Again a deke. Now sending it far side. One Bulldog there all alone. Lots of space to work with. Centering pass off the face of a Briton. And she sends it up along the pitch, keeps it in play. Bulldog and Britt reach the ball at the same time, sending it back down towards the north end zone here. Far side. Britons get it, trying to clear it from their zone. 3 Britons, 1 Bulldog right by the ball, down towards the far hash mark. Across center field now as the Britons clear it from their zone. 1 Bulldog, 1 Briton in pursuit, down to the 10-yard line. That's the far side of the pitch. And 2 kits tied together as there is a foul again at the 29-minute mark here at Docking Family Stadium. Score 1-0 for anyone just joining us in favor of Albion and the Britons. Gabriel Schrei here with Ryan Cuddy. Goaltenders here tonight. Haley Demers playing for Albion and the Brits. Net minding. Giller for Adrian. Bulldogs inbound it. Quick header. Chip downfield. 1 Brit, 1 Bulldog right there. Back and forth they go. Albion comes away with it. And the whistle.
The Albion faithful traveled well for this too. They're bringing some. They're setting up. Packing up the stadium as well, along with the Bulldog fans.
Yeah, the press box is right here behind Albion's bench, so we've got all of the Albion faithful right here in front of us. You know, Ian Wett and I like to talk during the football games. Adrian plays in and try and decide who has the best fans that are not Bulldog. Obviously, the Bulldog fans are the best. We like Albion fans. I think Albion fans are our second favorite behind Kalamazoo.
Yeah, I've gone to a couple of games for Adrian where they've played Albion, and they travel well. And,
Yeah.
It's always a blast between those two teams to when they battle it out.
Well, they travel well. They're classy, which is really important to me. I think that's Ian Went and I usually rank how good a fan base is by how classy they are. And Albion's fans are real classy people, and it's really nice. You know, I love going to their place for football games because their sports information staff is so classy. Some of them watch JTV, and I do a lot of work for JTV in Jackson. So if they recognize you from that, I saw you doing the high school game, and it's really nice to have good, classy away fans. It makes the job a lot easier for broadcasters like us.
No, yeah, that's so important too. Kind of to get a good rep for your school for sure. Being able to have classy fans at all sporting events.
Quick header. This one goes to the Bulldogs, trying to work it down towards the net. They're on the right side of your radio dial if you're with us on WVAC. Britons want to clear it close side of the pitch. This one skitters up and out of play off of the cleats of Claire Kelly, the junior. Well, I thought Adrian was going to get a scoring opportunity there, but Albion is able to kind of clear that one away. Adrian does keep the ball. Inbounding it is Molly Safried, the sophomore from Ohio. Safried tosses this one up. Good loft. A header. 2 headers. Brits trying to clear it away, and now they will. 2 Bulldogs there to keep it down in the Briton zone. Chipping it close side, and a couple of kicks strung together, meaning it crosses the center of the pitch.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bend, don't break defense right now for Albion. Adrian's been able to get the ball deep in their zone, but when it matters most, kind of like they're stacking up the box, and Adrian's not really able to find any room to maneuver with. So Albion's defense right now is playing fairly well when it looks like Adrian's able to have a scoring opportunity.
You may remember, I believe Safried was our fastest player last time we did a game together.
Yeah,
also the Britons.
She flies all over the place. So much speed, and that's so tough to defend on defense. It's tough to defend speed if you're just getting outran. There's nothing you can do, and that's the kind of what she causes defenses. She kind of wreaks havoc for opposing defenses.
Britons want to clear it away. Ball chipped out of play, far side of the pitch, much to the approval of the Briton fans. Safried headed over there. I believe this one will be inbounded by Caroline Fleming. Action cam work tonight by Dallas Barringer, also a freshman here. Kelsey Miller working our top cam, also a freshman. We've got an all-freshman crew here.
Pretty much, yeah, stacking up that way.
This is going to be crazy in 3 years. It'll be like Ohio State every year. All seniors. Mount Union every year.
Every year.
This one cleared away by the Britons back towards the center of the pitch. Adrian does hold it in their zone. Big, booming kick coming close side. 2 players right there. The Briton player able to sky that one. Lexi Taylor, the sophomore, puts it over the head of Adrian's Eve Davis, the freshman. Center of the pitch now. Back and forth they go. Bulldogs strip it away, but not for long. Britons get it right back. They turn it right back over. A game of changing possession as the Britons and Bulldogs exchange blows. We're at the 25-minute mark here in Docking Family Stadium. 1-0 the score in favor of the visiting Britons here in the MIAA tournament. This one sent far side. Winding up, Bulldog. Little rainbow kick right here, far side of the pitch. Long one goes from center of the field, now far side, and the centering pass tipped away by one of those Briton defenders. Great effort to get her body in traffic.
Yeah, and that was set up by a beautiful pass downfield. I couldn't tell who it was by, but a beautiful pass right in stride to Caroline Fleming, which was able to get her kind of in the corner and try to set up something. But then, like you said, a beautiful defensive play there by the Brits.
Inbounding this ball, the league MVP, Caroline Fleming. Well, it looks like she's changed her mind here. Instead, inbounding it, number 16, Brooke Teska, the senior from Trenton, Michigan. This one sent inside, Bulldogs with it, chip far side, and the netminder goes hands off, as does one of those Briton defenders. Britons will now get this ball with the opportunity to clear it from their zone.
Yeah, Adrian, a lot of times on corner kicks, they kind of run that two-man game where they have two players. And you don't know who's going to either take it or they might just dish it to the other, to the teammate there. So it's always kind of a guessing game for the defense. They never really know what to expect.
Goalkeeper sends this one along, close side. A header. Down towards the Brits net. Quick move, Eve Davis goes to Safrid. Kept in play, centering pass is wide right. Looks like a little bit of a misstep there by 22 Cassidy Connor. Had a lane, thought she was going to get it in there and just was unable to do so. Inbounding pass thrown in by McKenna Graham. And now sent out. I think that came off of Megan Piankowski. It did, or at least the official rules as much. Sarah Brandon on the close side of the pitch. 1-0 remains the score.
Bulldogs ready to send this one down the field. This one sent down to past midfield, headed up there by number 8. That's Maya Alexiak. Both teams battle for it.
Britons trying to clear it from their zone. Again, a battle for possession ensuing. 3 players come together hard. Bulldog goes down. And skittering off of the pitch, off of the cleat of Emily Wolford, the senior from Berkeley. Sarah Brandon will inbound this one for Adrian and the Bulldogs.
Yeah, good job there by number 18 of the Bulldogs. That was Angela Davis to not pick up a handball there. Kind of was surrounded by 3 Brits as she was on the ground, and the ball was right there. Good job of being aware of not getting a handball there.
Down the field. Close side of the pitch goes from the Briton zone down into Bulldog territory. Britons have it for now. Nice move there. Swarmed and peppered by Bulldog attackers, and the defender, Cassidy Connor, sends this one out of play.
That was a great effort by Megan Piankowski there, be able to outrun a Bulldog defender and then kind of make a couple of nice maneuvers and keep it away. And eventually Adrian was just forced to kick it out of bounds.
Inbounding this one. Adrian with it. Long kick, some space to work with here. The header. Caroline Fleming after the ball. 2 defenders there and chipped away from her. The netminder in a foot race with her. Caroline Fleming, and this one goes out of play. How about that play right there? The goalkeeper for the Britons came right out after that ball, and it was her and Caroline Fleming all alone.
That was, and a good job, too, by Ayla Pitts to be able to kind of at least slow up Caroline enough to give Autumn Simpson, the goaltender for the Brits, a chance to be able to outrun Caroline and just send it out of bounds and reset, because that could have easily been 1-1 when you have Caroline Fleming out kind of on the free.
21 minutes to go here in half number 1. Inbounding, overhead toss. This one out of play as the Bulldogs and Britons battle for it. Haley Demers from Livonia, Michigan. Just a freshman playing keeper here tonight.
Yeah, kind of big minutes here, and obviously a huge opportunity for a freshman to be able to get good experience as well.
This one's sent downfield, quick header by the Brits. Going after that bicycle kick. Adrian Bulldog, Zoe Blanchard in pursuit of it there. Back down the field towards the center of the pitch. Brits trying to buy some space here. Able to do so, working it away from center field. Down into the Bulldog zone. Stripped away, not for long though. Brits get it right back. On the defense, harassing that offensive forward, Zoe Blanchard. Trying to put that one on net, and Safrid chips it away, goes out of play, but should be a Brit ball here. Ryan, we're under the 20-minute mark here. Score 1-0 in favor of Albion and the Britons.
Yeah, and a good-looking opportunity here for Albion, too, with the corner kick. Let's see what they're able to set up. Trying to get something near the netminder at least and kind of set up a few rebounds.
Corner kick headed away by the Bulldogs. Britt looking to create some space. Centers it back up. This one chipped away by Caroline Fleming. League MVP creating some time for her team. Now sent far side. Just along the edge of the pitch. Adrian unable to keep that one in play as it skitters into the away stands here. Ryan, time winding. What's the strategy for the Britons right now, leading 1-0? Are they still pedal to the metal, foot on the floor, going after the gas, or are they trying to burn time already?
I mean, I don't think you can burn time, obviously still in the first half. I don't think that's an option, but I don't think you want to kind of get complacent or go too heavy on the offensive end, because you leave that and then there's so many offensive weapons for the Bulldogs that if you're kind of out of place or make a mistake on defense, they can easily make you pay for it. But I don't think you can just get too complacent. I think they got to just keep going what they're doing right now. I mean, they're playing sound defense, but when they've had offensive possessions, they've had good looks. Obviously, they got the one goal, but other than that, too, they've had a couple corner kick opportunities to be able to add to that.
Fleming with a long kick, this one wide right of the net. Fleming wanted to put one on net there. They were down in the Brits zone. Ball came from the far side of the pitch, sent to her by Lowers, and Fleming just missed wide right. 17:57 to go in half number 1. Score 1-0 in favor of the Albion Brits. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us. If you're with us on 107.9 FM WVAC, you can watch live online for free on YouTube, Adrian College TV. Be sure to follow us, know anytime we are live. AC Sportsnet, Adrian College Sports Network, our social media channels run by students. Meant for community members. Adrian College Bulldog students and fans of other teams as well. We'd appreciate it if you'd follow along, even if you are a Britain fan. We post highlights on Adrian College TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Fun stuff. How about that spinorama goal by Dino Balsamo, play of the week this week?
That was unbelievable.
Here's a kick, and this one is in! Bulldog goal! It's tied up 1-1 here inside of Docking Family Stadium.
How that spinning goal was kind of insane. That was as well from well outside the box on a free kick by Caroline Fleming. And that's no matter where she's on the pitch, if she's on the field, she's in scoring range. So it's always tough to see, especially when you give her a free kick. It's always dangerous if you're on the defense.
Caroline Fleming, pinpoint accuracy right there. The senior and league MVP takes that one and puts it home. Fleming has been unbelievable this season. To date, she had 13 goals, now has 14 goals on the year. And we are all tied up 1-1 here on the pitch inside of Docking Family Stadium. Anyone just joining us, thanks so much for tuning in. This is the Adrian College Sports Network. I'm Gabriel Schrei, Ryan Cuddy here alongside me. And Ryan, we just saw an unbelievable goal. How would you describe that?
That was just, that's why she's the league MVP right there. Just a free kick from well outside the box. You would think even if you get a shot on net, it's going to be tough to find a crazy angle like she did to be able to have a chance at scoring. But, that's why she's the league MVP right there. Just adding to her tally, still fourth as she rose up to fourth a little bit ago in the season in the school scoring race.
Two players come together as that one is headed. Now it's sent back towards the center of the pitch. We are just about to the 16-minute mark of half number 1 here. Bulldogs sidesteps, centers that one back up. Now sent close side. With it is Sarah Brannon. Brannon moving nimbly down the field. Two players come together. Going down to the turf, number 8, MIAA Alexiak. Sent inside. Caroline Fleming, who just scored that goal. She sends it far side of the pitch. Centering pass. This one intercepted by the Britons and nearly cleared, but Fleming holds it in. Close side of the pitch. Two players after it. Comes up and out of play into the Albion Britons bench here. And on your screen there, if you're watching with us live online, Sarah Brannon, the sophomore from Saline. Brannon inbounds this one. Britton right there trying to chip this one down. Kept in play easily by Albion. That's Wetzel. Ended up with Taylor. Taylor sent it back inside. Now intercepted by the Bulldogs. Working their way back down towards the net. Cleared by the Britons. They couldn't get it all the way out of their zone, though. Bulldog and Britton doing battle right there. Adrian ends up coming away with it. Sent down the field. That's far side. Centering pass. The header. This one headed into the goal. 2-1 in favor of the Adrian Bulldogs. 14:38 to go in half number 1 here, Ryan.
That was all set up by a beautiful cross once again by Caroline Fleming as she adds an assist to her tally today. And then a beautiful header to finish off the job. And I believe that was Maya Alexiak who was able to find the back of the net. And beautiful control off the header, too, to kind of go near side. And the goalie was out of position. And I was going to talk about how Albion's done a good job of kind of weathering the storm. Adrian was going to send at him after going up early 1-0. But Adrian's done a great job of kind of firing back for 2 nearing the end of this first half.
Big thanks to everyone for joining us here today on Adrian College TV and WVAC-FM. We make up the Adrian College Sports Network. Ryan, 2-1 the score here in this MIAA tournament game. This is the MIAA Women's Soccer Tournament semifinal. 14:19 to go here in half number 1.
It's definitely been an entertaining one for sure. Up and down action, goals scored from both teams, as they've both had numerous opportunities, and the offense has really showed out here so far in this one.
Ryan, you got that 100% correct. Goal scored by Maya Alexiak. Assist by Caroline Fleming. Working their way towards the net. Albion Britons trying to create some pressure on the Bulldogs. They're able to do so. Play blown dead. As Adrian will receive the opportunity to clear this from their zone. Bulldog netminder will come out to do this here. The keeper, a 5'9" senior from Grand Ledge, Michigan. Avery Giller. Close side of the pitch. A howitzer down the field into the Britton zone. Caroline Fleming right there to do battle for it. And the Britons want to clear this one away. But the whistle and the Bulldog bench erupts in applause here, Ryan.
it appears we're going to have a free kick upcoming for Adrian once again. And this is pretty much from the same spot as the first goal occurred.
Fleming with a howitzer. This one tipped away by the netminder. Haley Demers, the keeper for the Albion Britons, a freshman from Livonia, with a clutch save right there.
That was a beautiful save off a rocket from Fleming. And that was a great effort by the goaltender.
Another kick on net. This one headed away by the Albion Britons.
Adrian upping the offensive pressure here late in the first. A couple great scoring chances here to add to their already 2 unanswered.
Anyone just joining us, MIAA Tournament Women's Soccer Semifinal. Albion College Britons on the road here at the home of the Adrian College Bulldogs, Docking Family Stadium. We're live on AC Sportsnet. I'm Gabriel Schreier. Ryan Cuddy is here with me. We are under the 12-minute mark as Adrian leads 2-1 here in the semifinal. Ball howitzered close side of the pitch. Quick header. Bulldogs keep possession. Nice, nifty work right there by Eve Davis. And now the whistle as Caitlin Piankowski gets after the ball. Freshman from Grand Rapids plays for the Britons here. Adrian going to keep possession. Ball will be inbounded by the sophomore from Saline. You've heard her name a few times here. Sarah Brandon. Instead, they're opting to go with the junior from Trenton, Angela Davis. Davis sending this one towards the front of the net. The header and another goal for the Adrian College Bulldogs! 3-1 Adrian at the 11:14 mark of half number 1.
What a beautiful header there by Angela Davis. Sent in perfectly right on the money. And the Bulldogs with a late spurt here in this nearing the end of the first half, 3 goals, and they have it seems that they found their footing here on offense.
Molly Safreed gets the score, and you're right, the assist by Angela Davis right there. What a gorgeous pass and score. It's 3-1 here at the 11-minute mark inside of Docking Family Stadium. Bulldogs up by 2 goals here at home in the MIAA semifinal. That's an exciting time of year for soccer. Britons with it. Centering this one up, and right away the foul against the Bulldogs. Got to deny that one. She's holding her hands up. Says, I don't know what you're talking about. You got to deny that one. You can't blame her.
It's on the far side of the field, so if the foul did occur in the box, it's going to be a PK for Albion. I couldn't tell if it did, and it appears so that Albion's going to have a free kick. It's going to be a penalty kick right here.
Indeed it will. Keeper for the Bulldogs in trouble here. There it is, and this is a goal for the Albion College Brits. They get one back. Just a 1-goal differential here inside of Docking Family Stadium. It's 3-2 with 10:42 left in half number 1. What a high-scoring contest, Ryan.
No, this first half has been very entertaining to say the least, especially if you like goals and offense, as both teams have they've brought their high-powered offenses today. And it's interesting to see. We still have the rest of this first half to go. I was going to talk about the second half, but we still got 10 minutes left in this first half, so it's going to be interesting to see how both teams kind of finish out and who finishes kind of stronger to bring the momentum into the second.
Huge goal for the Britons right there, scored by number 9, the senior from Livonia, Riley Burnett. Forward put that one away, makes it a 1-goal differential here on Kapnick Field. The header. 3 players come together, centered up. Bulldogs with the ball, now stripped away by the Brits. Collision after collision here, centering kick, and this one covered by Demers. Good play by the netminder right there.
Yeah, Demers has been tested a lot here in this first half. She's allowed 3 goals on the stat line. You would like that's not too great, but she's overall played very well as she's faced a lot of offensive pressure and has made a couple exceptional saves.
Goalkeeper looking good here tonight. Ball back on the far side of the pitch, skying out of play into the hill here. Wind blowing to the southeast here tonight. It's a cold one, but a beautiful day here in Adrian, Michigan. Three to 2 the score. Just over 9 minutes remain here in half number 1. MIAA semifinal soccer. These NCAA soccer programs are so much fun to watch, Ryan. They're just electric.
No, they are. So much talent up and down both lineups. It's seems like everywhere you look on the field, you got an exceptional player. It's definitely fun to watch for sure.
I was disappointed. I was up near Houghton, Michigan when I found out the men's season had been cut short. You never want to see that, and being on the road, it's tough to see that as well, but they're going to bounce back. You know, they have such an exciting program, so much talent. I'm excited personally to see what they bring out next season and how things come together for them.
Oh, no, yeah, and they had such a great season, so much positivity and kind of things to look forward to next year as well, as they played exceptional kind of just throughout all season long, getting off to, I believe, a program best start for the first 5 or 6 games. So that was it's definitely going to be fun to watch for the coming years.
Bulldogs working the ball down the field, chipped away by the Brits. Now sent far side. Albion with it, working it down the field. That's Walford. Walford goes long. Towards the center of the pitch here, chipped out of play by the Adrian Bulldog. Coming in there, busting up the party, if you will.
Albion right now doing a good job of controlling possession in Adrian's territory. Trying to obviously down 1. They've done a good job of not getting too crazy on offense, not going for too much after Adrian had that 3 unanswered. So I mean, it's Albion's definitely, they're not going to bat an eye for sure. They came in very talented team here, so it's going to be it's a very interesting end of this first half, and especially I can't wait to see what the second half holds in store.
7 minutes left here in half number 1. 3 to 2 the score. Bulldogs lead by 1 here at home in the MIAA semifinal. Thanks for joining us here on AC Sportsnet. Kelsey Miller, Dallas Behringer alongside us here tonight. Dallas working the action cam. Kelsey working the top cam, doing a great job. Cleared by the Bulldog keep. Brits with a quick header. Players colliding on the far side. Now a big booming kick coming close side. Britton's with it. Sent back to Taylor. Taylor's in trouble. Dekes around one of the Bulldogs. Wetzel didn't hang on to that one for long. Sent it back to a teammate. Now down into the Bulldog zone. Adrian working to clear this one. Rainbow kick. And now a big collision here. Here's a shot towards the goal, wide right. That was close to being on the pipe. It looked like it was going to be inside, but the save made by Adrian's keeper right there, diving for that one at the 6-minute mark.
Yeah, definitely a good opportunity for the Brits, trying to answer back from what the Bulldogs had, that offensive spirit, and that would have been huge. And in the first half on a high note. Obviously 5 minutes left. I don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, just so much offense. You never know. That's 5 minutes is an eternity with the way these two offenses have been playing.
And the call going against the Brits here. Taken down hard. McKenna Mahoney finds the turf. Adrian's Zoe Blanchard sending this one. It's a howitzer down the field. Lost inside. Britons clear it. 3 Bulldogs back. 1 Briton coming to meet them. With pace, here comes Adrian. Still moving. Ball inside quickly now. Ladled up towards a teammate. Chipped away by a Briton. Centering pass. No one but Brits there. And sent towards the close sideline. Now off of the pitch. Should be an Adrian ball here. Three to 2 the tally in favor of Adrian, a 1-goal differential. Ball skittering along the pitch and out of play here on the close side. Ryan, it looks like a corner kick.
Yeah, huge chance here for the Bulldogs. Their offense has been exceptional when it's been in the territory of the Brits so far.
Trying to center that one up to Caroline Fleming, headed towards the edge of the pitch. 2 players come together. Back out of play. And this one will go to the Albion Britons, much to the dismay of the crowd that has gathered down there where the band would be.
Yeah, I believe that's the men's soccer team showing out. Showing out in this one, still having good support of the Lady Bulldogs here, as they still on their quest in the MIAA tournament.
Ryan, 3-minute mark here in half number 1. 3 to 2 the score in favor of the Adrian Bulldogs. Brits inbounding. Boy, just 2 players back here, and Adrian going to get this one away. Blanchard sends it up for a teammate, now connecting long. Trying to battle around one of those Brits, unable to do so. Sent back inside after Eve Davis lost the ball. Britons can't hold it in the Bulldog zone for long. McKenna Mahoney trying to catch that ball along with her there. Racing to it was Claire Stoddard, the junior from Davison, Michigan. Neither able to catch it before it goes out of play. Inbounded close side. Bulldogs and Britons battling for it. Down near the center of the pitch here. Britons with it. Quick deke. Given off close side. Taylor lost it. Eve Davis almost stripped it away. Britons coming. Quickly ladles this one backside. 2 minutes left in half number 1. They're working it down towards the Bulldog net. Bulldog net, I like that. Bulldogs. We should run with that.
We should. That's a good nickname, especially with how the way this first half has gone.
Quick kick up top. Trying to hold this one down in there. And some trouble for the Bulldog. Eve Davis tried to get that one upfield and unable to do so, as in her face is Ashlyn Wetzel. She kicked it off of the sophomore, remains a Bulldog ball. They inbound it again here. Cleared back down into their zone by the Britons. And smooth play there by Cassidy Miller. Miller, instead of trying to do something with the ball, sends it back to the Bulldog goalkeeper, Giller, who sends it long. Quick header by Adrian. Back and forth they go. 72 seconds left here in half number 1. 3 to 2 the score in the MIAA semifinal. Gabriel Schrei here with Ryan Cuddy. At the half, we will send you to a break and be back with the second half. Sub 60 seconds left here in half number 1. A laser down the field. This one chipped out of play eagerly with great pace by Lexi Taylor, the sophomore from White House, Ohio. Not dealing with that. And a smart play, 40 seconds.
Yeah, trying to just not allow anything crazy if you're on defense for the Brits. Just end the first half. I mean, you got to be happy with the way you've played. Obviously, you're down.
Bulldog goes down. Close side. Here come the Britons. 25 seconds left in half number 1. Trying to set something up here as time is winding. 20 seconds. This one's centered up and wide left, hoping for the header from a teammate who was inside. Bulldogs get the ball back. And the keeper, Giller, will take her time. The senior, reluctant to even send this one into play at all. She will with 1 second remaining as these two teams go to the halftime break. What an exhilarating first half full of goals and scores here inside of Docking Family Stadium. Ryan, in 15 minutes we'll be back in half number 2. Can I get some of your thoughts on half number 1 here?
I think from the Bulldogs' perspective, they allowed an early goal from the Brits. They came out fire and they came out playing hot. They didn't panic. They stuck with their game plan, and then their offense exploded. They had they scored 3 unanswered, but then the Brits didn't blink an eye whatsoever either. They were able to answer back with one of their own, and then it's going to be a fun 45 minutes of second half action, that's for sure.
Sounds very good. This is the Adrian College Sports Network. After one half of play here in the MIAA Women's Semifinal, the Albion Britons trail 3-2 to the hometown Adrian College Bulldogs. We'll be right back on 107.9 WVAC-FM and Adrian College TV, live and free on YouTube.
All right, let's do what we've been wanting. I'm going to be watching you. 1, 2, you know what to do. Hail, hail to Adrian, the home of the black and gold. Cheer, cheer for Adrian, the high was high and low. Go, 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 fight, fight for Adrian, and champions again we will be. Our heroes will score and the crowd will roar another blood victory. Hail, hail to Adrian, the home of the black and the gold. Cheer, cheer for Adrian, the tide was proud and bold. Go, Dogs, go, fight, fight for Adrian, and champions again we'll be. Our heroes will score and the crowd will roar another blood victory. Woo, woo, woo. My boy!
I've been wasting Mondays on a 9 to 5, spending dollars when I only make a dime, while you're surfing the waters of paradise. Oh, Adrian, I wanna be like you. I wanna trade my worries, I wanna trade my trouble, all for a golden journey. Oh, Adrian, I wanna be like you, 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 be
Never in a million years would I have thought that I would be playing France. I picked Adrian, one, because of this reason, and it's just an amazing experience. You get to see all the different types of play that they have. Like, they play a lot different here.
I think it's really like deep-rooted in all of us. I found my family at Adrian, so I think for me it's my second home. So to be a Bulldog on this team means a lot.
Oh, Adrian, I wanna be like you, be like you, be like you.
It's pretty unreal. Not a lot of colleges have this experience, and these are my best friends, so doing something like this with them is pretty awesome.
My teammates are my family. To get to experience everything with them and seeing these breathtaking views is just life-changing. I'm always going to remember this trip.
I've been wasting Mondays on a 9 to 5, spending dollars when I only make a dime. Why you
They are totally different kind of like soccer player over here. It's a different style, different speed. Like obviously there's a language barrier too, and I think it just really helped our team grow, like both with skills and seeing different styles of play.
Program, never give up, like always, like we have a team all behind us. We have 29 girls and you come in, you have best friends on the team, you have best friends right away, and everyone's competitive, but everyone is so close. You fight, you work hard, so you're also family. It's awesome.
And I'm feeling the strain. Oh, it is shame. Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Won't you take me away? Beginning to think that I'm wasting time. I don't understand the things I do. The world outside looks so unkind, and I'm counting on you. You can carry me through. Tell me you get lonely when it's cold outside. Tell me that you're only barely getting by. I need to know it hurts every time that you hear my name. It ain't the same without me, girl. Tell me you get lonely. Sometimes you're up all night crying over me. You gotta take off work to catch up on your sleep. But that just don't work now, does it, baby? So tell me you get lonely when it's cold outside. Tell me that you're only barely getting by. I need to know it hurts every time that you hear my name. It ain't the same without me, girl. Tell me you get lonely.
So I am one of 8 children, and I'm actually the oldest. So my parents had me when they were teenagers, and both of them didn't end up going to college just because they didn't have that opportunity. So I think just like, with the struggle and the impact on like financial aid was a little bit hard for me, which is why I chose to go to community college, just because I didn't think I was going to be able to afford Adrian. So when I ended up coming here, I had so much help from the financial aid, just with like, we want you to be here, we want you to stay here, like you shouldn't be given, these restrictions just because you can't afford to go to college. Just like me being here, I kind of want to give back to them, and I want to make everybody proud. So if I could thank them, it would be just to say that you're giving me the opportunity to become something that I thought I never would ever become in my life. And yeah. I am Adrian College.
We are AC.
because now you're a graduate of Adrian College, or soon to be. And because of that, you move into a distinctive class of Americans. You are now part of the educated elite of America. People will have more expectations of you, higher expectations of you, more need of you than you probably realize right now. People will already start turning to you, looking at you, watching you, listening to what you say, because whether you think of it or not, you are now a mentor and a teacher to those around you. Think of those core values. Think of how you can transmit them to others. Think of how you can build the groups in your workspace or elsewhere around those core values. You're going to be...
We welcome you back into Kapnick Field at Docking Stadium as your Adrian College Bulldogs, seeded number 1 here in the MIAA tournament, hold a slim 3-2 lead over the visiting Albion Brits. The Brits got started scoring early, a minute 56 into the first half. Riley Burnett found the back of the net, assisted by Megan Piankowski, but then Adrian answered for 3 in a row of their own, scored by Caroline Fleming, Maya Oleksiak, and Molly Safried. And then with the 34-minute mark of the first half, Albion was able to answer back for one of their own. That was scored by Riley Burnett, assisted. This will be unassisted. As Gabe, what are your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, it was an unbelievable first half of play. So exciting to watch these two teams go at it here inside of Docking Family Stadium. And it's the MIAA semifinal. This is as fun as it gets. This is football. This is what you live for when you're a sports fan, and you and I are sports nuts, so this has been a great game here to be able to broadcast.
Yeah, up and down action, especially with just the implications that this game holds. Win or go home, and both teams have brought it and have left it all out on the field. And these next 45 minutes are sure going to be interesting, as I feel like we haven't seen our last goal yet with the way that first half went.
No, that was a high-flying first half of action. Lots of goals, 5 total goals through one half of play, so I mean, we're on pace for 10 goals. The halftime break, we'll see if we get 10 goals, but boy, would it be fun to see 5 more goals here in half number 2.
No, it would be, as Adrian controls deep in their own zone. This one sent back to Avery Giller, and she'll send this one to midfield, headed at about the 45-yard line. Both teams battle for possession at midfield. This one sent in by number 6, Molly Safried. It's going to go to the far sideline and out of bounds, and the Brits will take over from there. Number 5, Ayla Pitts, will have the throw-in for the visiting Brits. This one's kicked along by a midfielder for Albion. Adrian working it back. Avery Giller controls, sets up, and then rockets this one downfield. Adrian trying to work it up the far sideline in front of appears the men's team setting up on the visitors' sideline. Forming a crowd there as the Brits control now, racing down the near sideline. Sent in by number 16 of Albion. And number 3, Cassidy Miller for the Bulldogs, plays good body position there and lets it fall out of bounds. Avery Giller now will have a goal kick. The 5'9" senior from Grand Ledge, Michigan. Attended Grand Ledge High School. This one will be sent down. Battling for it is Molly Safried of the Bulldogs. Adrian trying to control. This one skidded along and out of bounds. Off the left foot of Angela Davis. Throw in here for Albion, as Megan Piankowski couldn't control, and she was out of bounds when she tried to make a play on the ball, so Adrian will take over. This one sent up. Caroline Fleming trying to battle. She couldn't get up to the ball. Number 20 there for the Bulldogs, trying to battle for possession. This one sent out of bounds. Albion takes control. Both teams just kind of No crazy offensive rush yet for either team. Here to open up this second half. This one sent in by an Albion Brit, but the Bulldogs will ultimately have possession. If you're just joining us, we're here early on in the second half of the semifinals of MIAA action. Your Adrian Bulldogs hold a 3-2 lead over the visiting Albion Britons. Number 25 sends it to the side. That's McKenna Mascaro. Adrian working it around. This one sent in from midfield and deflected out by a Briton defender, but Mascaro there to pick it up for the Bulldogs. Mascaro once again trying to control possession along the far sideline as she works it down into Albion territory.
It's a windy one here today, isn't it?
It is wind blowing in the box, moving everything around as Adrian with it at midfield. That one deflected by a Briton defender. Two players collide, one from Adrian, one from Albion. As once again, two players hit the turf. As that was number 18, Angela Davis. I couldn't pick up a number for the Brit, but physical play here to open up the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been very physical here opening the second half. And anyone just joining us, folks who are with us live online, watching us on YouTube, you can watch us for free at Adrian College TV on YouTube. But there's a lot of folks who are with us on the radio dial on 107.9 WVAC FM. So just a reminder, this is the MIAA women's semifinal here, NCAA soccer, and it has been exhilarating so far. 40 minutes to go in today's contest. The score right now, 3-2 in favor of the hometown Adrian College Bulldogs as they're hosting the Albion Britons.
Yeah, it's been up and down action throughout. Number 23, Zoe Blanchard, sends this into Brit territory, and it'll be kicked out by a Briton defender. Adrian trying to battle back for control. This one headed along into the center of the pitch. McKenna Mascaro trying to find some room, could not. Albion takes control of this one. A beautiful pass trying to lead up to number 17, Claire Kelly. Not done successfully, and that one will be deflected out off of the senior defense, Brooke Teska. Another one sent out of bounds. Albion controlling. The Brits with a throw in here. Both teams battle for possession along the near sideline, but it'll be deflected out off of number 9 of Albion. That was Riley Burnett, the senior forward. Albion with a pass here in the corner, setting up, set into the box, deflected by number 23 of the Bulldogs. And she'll send this one out of bounds. That was Zoe Blanchard. Albion with a throw in right by the right in the corner. This one deflected by Caroline Fleming. She'll hold it in and send it out of bounds. Ref trying to figure out exactly where the ball crossed the out of bounds line. Albion will have possession. Refs and players discuss, and number 2, Raina Edwards, ready to throw it in for Albion. This one sent right at about the 10-yard line of the football field. Adrian with swarming defense there, trying to take control. Good effort there by Edwards for Albion, outrunning Fleming to the ball, but she has no other play to just send it out of bounds, and a goal kick coming up here for Avery Giller. We're approaching the 38-minute mark here in beautiful Kapnick Field and Docking Stadium on a chilly fall night in the semifinals of the MIAA Women's Soccer Tournament, with your one-seeded Bulldogs holding a 1-goal advantage over the visiting Albion Brits, up 3-2 here early on in the second. Whistle called and a foul will be called by the ref Albion will take control, still in Adrian territory. Free kick coming up here for the Brits. Right on the opposite side of the 50. Number 9 will have the free kick. Once again, that's Riley Burnett. This one sent into the box. Skying kick, headed up. Still no team with full control. Whistle will be called. And Adrian will take over as a foul was called inside the box on the Brits. Thank you for tuning into this game. I'm Ryan Cuddy alongside Gabriel Schrei here in the booth. Adrian with control in their own zone. Racing back for it is Sarah Brandon of the Bulldogs. Getting pestered by a Brit forward. And the ball will eventually work its way out of bounds. Refs say off a purple jersey, and the Bulldogs take over.
A good break for Adrian. They have looked just sharp here today. Both teams playing their hearts out, and you can definitely tell one of these teams is going home for good here at the end of this contest.
No, yeah, with just the heart both teams are playing with. As the ref gets in the way there, much to the chagrin of some Albion fans as Caroline Fleming sends this one up.
I can't blame him. You got to get out of the way, ref. They've done a great job here today officiating, other than that.
No, yeah, knowing the implication that this game holds, letting both teams play, not getting too involved. As this one sent in over the head of a Bulldog defender, but waiting there was number 16, Brooke Cheska. That's out of bounds and a throw-in up coming for the Brits. Edwards with the throw-in, deflected off the right foot of Fleming. Whistle called on Molly Safried. And a yellow card will be sent out to the aforementioned Molly Safried, so you got to watch out for that now, especially for the Bulldogs that don't want to get too aggressive, as that's a key part of this Adrian lineup. First card given out in this one here. Comes with 35-21 left in the second half. Free kick sent in. Whistle blown. Ref not ready for it. So another free kick will be coming up. The senior forward waiting for the whistle, and then she gets it, and here comes a free kick sent into the box. Skying kick deflected out by the Bulldogs. Albion trying to work quickly here. Possession in the Bulldogs zone. Two players battle for it. And a hard tackle there. Whistle blown by the refs. And another card will be sent out. So this game's starting to get a little more chippy, as number 7, Emily Wofford, will get the yellow card for the Brits.
And the fans did not like that one.
No, they did not.
We mentioned it in the first half. We're right behind the Britons bench here where our press box is associated.
Albion with control right on the edge of the box. Two players collide. Albion fighting for possession with a Bulldog defender. Good effort there by both players. This one sent into the box and deflected out, and then headed forward. This one sent in, headed off by a Bulldog. Still no team with firm possession. Racing for it along the sideline is Eve Davis for the Adrian. Albion with a throw and continuing to work quickly here in the second half. That one sent off of a back of a Britain defender. Sub coming in. That'll be number 12, Sarah Lee. She'll come in for Molly Safried. So getting fresh legs in, and Sarah Lee, one of the faster players on this team, so hard to defend her just because she can simply outrun the defense.
Yeah, really quick with the ball. Once she gets it and is dribbling downfield, it is super difficult to get in front of her, head her off, and slow her down.
Yeah, if you give her really any type of room, you're playing a dangerous game. Another Bulldog hits the turf, whistle blown. Bulldogs will be granted possession. That's Megan Lowers shaking up on the play. You hope she's okay, as it appears she is.
Ryan, I mentioned in the first half just some of the accolades this team has been able to accomplish. It's unbelievable the amount of all MIAA athletes they have, including Fleming earning MVP honors.
No, yeah, this whole lineup is stacked up and down this roster, and I mean it really is a credit to them and just the great talent they have, and they really earned their spot for the 1 seed in this tournament with just their hard work throughout the season. But knowing they still have work to do, and especially in this game, Albion's still firmly in it, only down 1. As the Brits, with a free kick, send this down to midfield. Adrian controls from there. With it is Brooke Teska, the Bulldogs. She'll chip this one along off a Britain defender. Albion trying to control that one, deflected. Ref waiting for a call. They're going to say it was off on the Bulldogs. Albion trying to work it forward through the Adrian defense. Whistle blown as number 17, Claire Kelly of the Brits, hits the deck. Albion with another free kick. Their offense getting set up in the Adrian box. As a multitude of players in both purple and white jerseys set up in front of Avery Giller of the Bulldogs. This one sent into the box, and Giller makes an easy play on that one. Hardly had to move for that. Sent right to her. But another dangerous opportunity. Albion has been getting tons of good looks here in this second half, coming off of free kicks.
31 minutes remain here in the second half of action inside of Docking Family Stadium. On top of Kapnick Field, the lead 3-2 in favor of Adrian and the Bulldogs right now in the MIAA semifinal.
Yeah, up and down action throughout. Defenses have kind of found their footing here in the second half, as the offense, it was all offense in that first half.
All offense in half number 1. We saw 5 goals in 45 minutes. It was just unbelievable. A scoring fest between these two programs. The Albion Britons visiting us here today, doing battle with the Adrian College Bulldogs. Just want to remind you, if you're with us on WVAC, you can watch the game for free, live online. Visit us at Adrian College TV on YouTube. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can catch up with WVAC, AC Sportsnet, and Adrian College TV there.
Yeah, and that obviously Albion opened up very early with scoring, but then the next 4 goals coming in just a 7-minute span between the 27th and 34th minute. So it was hectic there for a little bit in the midway through the nearing the end of that second half, or excuse me, the end of that first half. As number 13 for the Brits, that's Lexi Taylor, being helped off. We hope she's okay.
Taylor being helped off, but mostly under her own power, which is a great sign, and indeed, hopefully she is all right. Never want to see that at any point in any season, especially late in the year, and at the collegiate level. These athletes do it for the love of the game and for the fun, and we hope she's all right.
Adrian controlling possession on the far sideline. That's Sarah Lee working it back. Adrian trying to work it from sideline to sideline, but an Albion defender there to take it away. Bulldogs now control, trying to work it up, slicing through the Albion defense. This one floated along over to Caroline Fleming. She works to her right and then circles back and sends it to the near sideline. Megan Lowers battling for possession, couldn't get it Good defense played there by Albion. Edwards sends this one up and deflected out by Zoe Blanchard. Claire Kelly with a pass down the sideline. Racing back forward is Cassidy Miller of the Bulldogs. Foul will be called. They're going to say that was on Albion. Adrian will take control. Little under a half hour still to go here in the second half, with the Bulldogs being on top of the visiting Brits 3-2 here in the semifinals of the MIAA tournament. Giller sends it away with a flick of her right foot. Both teams battle for it right in front of the 30-yard line. Swarming Adrian defense, and they're able to take it away. This one sent up all the way down cross field. Sarah Lee racing for it, trying to apply pressure. Adrian trying to get something going. Caroline Fleming battling for it. As she'll hit the deck, foul will be called, and a free kick upcoming. You already saw Caroline Fleming in the first half capitalize from outside the box on a free kick.
Caroline Fleming, so dangerous. 28.5 left here in the second half.
This one sent in, but too high.
Well, the Britons have to be happy about that. That's a dangerous situation anytime you get Caroline Fleming in front of the net with a ball like that on a free kick, and this time she's way high.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you saw in that first half what she was able to do. So, the Brits definitely got to be stoked. It's still only being down one on a dangerous threat there for Adrian.
Greatest helper in program history, as Patrick Stewart called her.
Really?
That's what he's referred to her as. Love our sports information staff. Want to give them a plug here tonight. No programs available, and Patrick was kind enough to go ahead and get us rosters printed so we could do this game. And big fan of Patrick and Jade, and they make our lives so much easier, and I can't tell you how tremendously appreciative we are for the work they do in the sports information office.
No, yeah, that's a huge help, especially kind of being able to just feed us stats, feed us rosters. Obviously getting stats after the first half, it's huge, and it's a really big help for them, especially. Adrian will have a throw-in. That's number 16, Brooke Teska. Deflecting it for the Brits was McKenna Graham, as both teams trying to battle for possession. Racing for it for the Brits is number 17. That's Claire Kelly. She's got it, but battled off there by number 23 of the Bulldogs. Albion still with a threat here on offense, but a good defensive play there by the Bulldogs to be able to get out of their possession, out of their zone. Haley Demers plays it along to a defender. Albion trying to pierce through the Bulldog defense. Tough to do, obviously. This Adrian offense is so great, but this defense I feel like is kind of, I wouldn't say underappreciated, but a little overlooked just because of the offensive threats that Adrian has, being able to score at will.
Yeah, absolutely. This defense does get a little overlooked every now and then, and it's such a great defense. They're so electric on the field and so dangerous out there on the pitch.
They are, for sure, definitely. This one will trickle out of bounds. And a goal kick upcoming here for the freshman Haley Demers from Livonia, Michigan. Thank you for joining us today. We're inside 26 minutes here in Kaepernick Field at Docking Stadium. I'm Ryan Kenny, joined by Gabriel Schrei here in the booth. Bulldogs and Brits in a close one, with your Adrian College Bulldogs being on top 3-2 here in MIAA tournament action. Raquel Church checking in here for the Bulldogs. She'll come in for Eve Davis. Some more fresh legs coming in here for the Bulldogs. Throw in, sent in. Sarah Lee works it back. to a teammate. This one sent along, but intercepted by Albion. This one sent too far ahead by Claire Kelly. And working back for it, is it the Adrian defender? That's Cassidy Miller. Sarah Lee now controls, sends it up forward to a waiting teammate. Ball gets deflected a few times and then gets skittered over to an Albion defender. Adrian now trying to set something up along the far sideline. This one sent into towards the middle, deflected out by the team in purple and gold. Megan Lowers to the near sideline, waiting for it was Teska, back to Lowers.
24-minute mark here in the second half. 3-2 the score in favor of Adrian and the Bulldogs, Ryan.
It's been such a fun game to watch as both teams playing their heart out. And still 23 minutes left. It's going to be an exciting finish. Adrian controls possession in Albion zone. Ball worked back towards midfield. Whistle called. Whistle blown. And there's an injured Bulldog, and that's Caroline Fleming. Not getting up on the far. This will be right up by the hill. You hope she's okay. You never want to see anyone go down.
Yeah, hopefully she's all right. We'll take a moment now to remind you to subscribe here on YouTube. You know, I grew up and when YouTube was becoming a thing, as did you, and I never thought I'd be the guy begging for subscribers. I never saw that coming in my future. So if you're driving your car, most of our people tuned in right now, most of the folks who have joined us are on WVAC. A few thousand listeners. If you're driving your car, please pull over immediately, get your phone out, open the YouTube app, and subscribe to Adrian College TV. And be sure to follow us on Twitter as well. If you don't, I'll be really upset. Again, that is at Adrian College TV on YouTube and on Twitter. And if you don't, I'll be very upset with you, very hurt. We are begging for you to subscribe.
No, it's I follow it personally. It's so much information. I like how we got the player of the week, kind of the play of the week alongside. So
I want to see that goal.
I do too.
All right, I'll folks who are with us on YouTube at Adrian College TV, we will play you that goal before this game is over. We'll find a break, or if we don't get a break, we'll show it to you during the post game. Dino Balsamo had a wicked spinorama goal. It was unbelievable.
No, it was insane. Kind of falling down while he was doing it, being pressured by a defender. It was it was definitely a work of art.
It was gorgeous. If I go get that for you, though, I need you to promise you're going to follow us on Twitter and subscribe to us on YouTube.
Sounds
promise
like a good deal.
That's a good deal. Promise us. Back underway here, Ryan. 23 minutes to go in half number 2. 3-2 is the score in favor of Adrian in the MIAA semifinal.
Both teams battle for possession. Along the far sideline, gets sent up into the middle. Booted in by a Bulldog, deflected out. Megan Lowers had a shot at it. Gets deflected out. This one sent in and too high. But a good look there for the Adrian offense. Sabrina Ware comes in for the Bulldogs. Megan Piankowski also comes in for the Brits. So both teams making substitutions. This one booted away. Headed along by Megan Lowers. But ref said she created separation by shoving there. So a whistle will be blown and Albion will take over. This one sent up to the Adrian side of the field and then headed out right at midfield. Throw in here for the Brits. This one deflected by Sarah Lee. Both teams battle for possession, sent along by McKenna Mahoney. Adrian now trying to gain control. Ball's battled for at midfield. Collision there as Megan Lowers hits the deck. McKenna Mahoney racing. Ayla Pitts for the ball. And it's going to go out of bounds. Throw-in upcoming for Albion.
Oh, Ryan, I don't like to be like Joe Buck. Remember when Joe Buck read Twitter?
I haven't seen that.
Joe
no.
Buck was talking about what he was seeing on Twitter during a Thursday night football game, I think it was, and Twitter just erupted. He was trending, and everyone's like, Joe Buck's reading our tweets. Tell him how bad he is. I don't like to read the comments on the stream. In fact, I like to disable them, but sometimes I leave them up. And Ian Lee just commented on the stream thanking us for the shout-out for the SIDs. Bobby Lee is his dad at Albion. And, Ian, I love your dad. Your dad's a great guy. He does games with me on JTV every now and then. He's fun to work with as a commentator, and he's a fantastic sports information director, and he always makes every visit to Albion so great. So shout out to him specifically. What a great couple of SIDs we have here between these two staffs at Adrian College and Albion College. They're great people.
No, it's such huge helps, too, especially being able to improve the broadcast as well, bringing in great statistics. This one sent into the box, deflected out. Both teams trying to battle for possession. Whistle blown, and the Brits will take over. Albion with it. Deflected forward, out of bounds, off the Brits, and Adrian now with possession. Throw in coming here from Teska. And then she'll send it forward, but she was out of bounds when she made connection there with the ball, so Brits will take over.
All right, Ryan, let's see if we can slip in this 15-second spinorama goal by Dino Balsamo. We're going to have to wait now as play is resumed. I talked for too long.
No, it's, folks, if you're watching on YouTube, stay tuned. This goal is simply incredible. Megan Lowers over to Mahoney, trying to get a sideline rush going here. Sends it forward, too far out in front of Sarah Lee, and then picked up. Deflected off of Mahoney. Lowers trying to battle for control. Sabrina Ware with it. Coming in with a head of steam, trying to get it pierced through the Albion defense. Lost control. Lowers with it. She'll wait and hold, then sends a shot in, and a save made by a Haley Demers. And a big play there for the goalkeeper of the Brits, being able to keep this at a 1-goal game. It's good to see Caroline Fleming back up, bouncing on the sideline. It appears she's ready to come back in. Adrian with possession, and Fleming does come in as she'll sub in for McKenna Mahoney. This one headed off a couple different players. Raina Edwards drops it back. Number 17 with it, that's Claire Kelly. Deflected forward by Blanchard of the Bulldogs. Albion now with control, trying to get through to the Adrian defense, but that pass too far out in front, and the Bulldogs will take possession.
Well, real quick, let's sneak in this goal. He's been called a magician in a hockey sweater, and he proves as much right there.
Lord.
I have to put my notes down and clap for that one. That was gorgeous. How about that?
That's incredible. Every time I watch it, it just keeps getting better and better.
I know the comments are great on the video on Facebook. Again, like us on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm so terrible for that. It's fantastic. People say, I watched it 20 times. I still can't figure out what I just saw.
No, it's just the way he's able to control the puck on his stick is I don't get how he does it. Corner kick upcoming here for the Brits.
17 and a half to go in this contest. Anyone just joining us, this is the MIAA semifinal here on Adrian College TV and WVAC-FM. Our NCAA soccer team doing battle with the Albion Brits. It's the Bulldogs and the Brits. Score right now 3-2 in favor of Adrian.
This one deflected out of bounds off the corner. Adrian will take control. The 5'9" goalkeeper for Adrian, Avery Giller, has the ball set up and ready to send it away. Sarah Lee heads it forward. Here come the Bulldogs trying to rush through this one. Skied up in the air and out of bounds. Albion working quickly on the throw-in. Approaching the 16-minute mark here in the second half. As clock now starting to somewhat become a factor for the visiting Brits. Caroline Fleming with it. Sends it over to number 4, Sabrina Ware. Racing through. Sends it to the far sideline. Crossers sent in and too far in front of everyone and out of bounds. A good-looking rush there for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and the urgency picking up for both teams here. Adrian knows that another goal here really puts this game up on the top shelf, and the Brits are going to have to reach hard for it, but the Britons know they need to score quick if they want to stay in this and potentially send it to overtime.
Yeah, you can really starting to see the urgency from the Brits too, especially when it comes to just a throw-in. They work quickly, trying to get the ball into Adrian's zone as quickly as possible. So the Bulldogs really have to be aware of that and have to adjust accordingly to it on defense. Throw-in headed along by a Bulldog on the far sideline. Sarah Lee battles for possession. Adrian trying to take over. Deflected out of bounds, and that was off of Raquel Church of Adrian, so Albion with control. Another throw-in set up coming here. This one heaved towards midfield as both teams battle for it. Now here come the Brits with a little rush here, but a swarming Adrian defense. 3 defenders come in and break that play up. Fleming with it on the near sideline. Made Ayla Pittsmith, but couldn't get by a second defender. As hitting the turf was Piankowski of Albion, and a foul will be called on the Bulldogs. Right in front of the Albion sideline. Right in front of the Albion bench, I should say. A free kick upcoming here. It's Riley Burnett with it. The senior forward sends it in to the box. Deflected by a couple Bulldog defenders, and then Fleming will end up clearing it out. As Megan Lowers makes a nice play to intercept that pass. This one sent up. Racing forward is Raquel Church of the Bulldogs. She's got Sarah Lee to her left. Trying to work it along the far sideline, and nice defensive play there by the Brits, and the ball will trickle out of bounds. And Albion College takes over. This one booted away off a rocket. Megan Lowers heads it over to Caroline Fleming. Makes a nice move, works to her left. Ball deflected out of bounds and stays in Adrian's control. Brooke Teska will take the throw in. Lowers back to Teska. And then 2 Brit defenders there to take control for the time being as the Adrian defense continues to swarm. Edwards sends it over. This one skidded along into Adrian's zone. Cassidy Miller there with it. She'll go to the far sideline to Raquel Church, working it back. That'll go over to Sabrina Ware at midfield.
12.5 left here in the contest, Ryan.
It's still tons of time left with how these offenses have been working in front. Scores! That's Raquel Church, and the Adrian College Bulldogs go up 2 with 12:19 remaining in the semifinals of the MIAA tournament.
What an unbelievable score right there by the Adrian College Bulldogs. Raquel Church, the junior from Canton, Michigan. That was an impressive play. Caroline Fleming saw her down inside, was able to just barely get that pass off, skied it down right in front of the net. Church was ready for it, gathered the ball up, got off a shot, and unbelievable individual effort there by both of those players to come up with a huge team play. The way they're able to connect, unreal. It's now a 2-score differential, 4-2, with 12 minutes remaining here in the MIAA semifinal.
Caroline Fleming adds her 3rd point to the semifinal action as she's got a 1 goal and 2 assists. That's Raquel Church's first point tally here in this one as she finds the back of the net. Adrian up 4-2, but here come the Brits trying to answer quickly. That's number 26 for Albion, but swarmed by a host of Bulldog defenders. Ball sent out of bounds, and a corner kick will ensue for the visiting Brits. Adrian, after going down early 1-0, has scored 4 of the last 5 and taking a commanding 4-2 lead here late in the second half. Corner sent in, deflected out. Both teams battling for possession, and this one eventually cleared. Caroline Fleming trying to control at around the 30-yard line, could not do so successfully. Albion with it, chipped forward. Here come the Brits in the box. This pass sent in, not cleared out fully yet. Albion trying to gain control, and Megan Lowers making the smart defensive play of just chipping it out. Lowers skies this one in the air as Caroline Fleming and Ayla Pitts both race for it, and it was deflected out off the Brits.
10:45 left here on the clock. A 2-goal differential for anyone just joining us here on the Adrian College Sports Network. Gabriel Schrei here with Ryan Cuddy. 4-2 the score in favor of the Adrian Bulldogs here in the MIAA semifinal. Bulldogs doing battle with the Albion Brits, who they're hosting here tonight.
Maya Alexiak and Molly Safried both sub into the game for the Bulldogs. We have 10 minutes and some change still to go, so some work still to be done for the Bulldogs. But as it stands right now, they hold a 4-2 lead over the visiting Brits. Ball deflected out of bounds. Albion controls. Sarah Lee off her right foot sends it down. As a battle ensues at midfield as Sabrina Weira works it back. Bulldogs with possession. That one deflected forward off a Brit, but to a Bulldog. This one work upfield as this is a Brit and a Bulldog both collide and hit the floor. Adrian will still hold possession. We're inside the 10-minute mark here in Kaepernick Field at Docking Stadium. MIAA tournament action here as we bring you the semifinals between your Adrian College Bulldogs and the Albion College Britons. 4-2 advantage for Adrian. This one sent into the box. Headed forward. Scores! Adrian College adds another. And they go up 5-2 with 9:22 to go.
Late in the game, and a huge goal for the Adrian College Bulldogs.
As Megan Lowers with the goal, assisted by Mally Safried.
Unbelievable play late. Adrian with a 3-goal advantage, and now the Albion Britons encroaching miracle territory. They need to score immediately if they want to stay in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that puts the nail in the coffin just yet, but Albion's really got to work quickly, and they got to They got to work up some magic here late in this one as we approach the 9-minute mark. Free kick ensues for the Brits at midfield. As the Brits turn it over, Adrian College had it for a moment, then lost it. That's number 9, Eve Davis, regaining possession. Working it to the far sideline. This one sent forward and out of bounds as the clock continues to tick and becoming a huge factor in making the hill even steeper to climb for the visiting Albion College Britons. Albion with a rush coming here. Edwards sends a shot on net. Save made by Gillard. Ball still alive and just sent out of bounds. Shot might have been going wide, but Gillard takes this, plays it safe. The Brits with it. Number 5 trying to keep it in, skies it up into the box. Headed there by Cassidy Miller. Eve Davis will send it out up to midfield, and Albion will work it back in. The Bulldogs now passing it around. Sarah Lee trying to control it. Sends it back over to number 16, Brooke Teska. Raina Edwards sends it up to number 26, Piatkowski. As she's fighting for possession, sends it into the box and deflected out. Ball stays in Adrian territory. Albion with possession. This one the throw in for Albion. The Brits trying to control. Work something in the box. Could not do so. Still with it. As two players collide there. Brits controlling an Adrian zone. As the Bulldogs defense trying to swarm. Albion still with it. And finally cleared out of their zone for the time being. Adrian is fine with wasting up this time, as it's really against Albion. As this shot sent in from far out and out of bounds. Subs coming in, it's going to be McKenna Mahoney, Megan Jerez, and number 5, Kyla Sovereign for the Bulldogs. Alexandria Dripes also comes in, the 5'7" sophomore forward. The Brits almost needing something close to a miracle if they want to keep their season alive. Down 3 with 5:43 to go here in the semifinals of the MIAA tournament. I am Ryan Cuddy, joined by Gabriel Schrei here in the booth. Offense, and offense has been the story here in this semifinal matchup. Albion now working into the box. Shot set in, save made. Deflected out of bounds. And a nice save there by Avery Giller, coming up and playing tight defense on the Albion forward.
Ryan here on AC Sportsnet. 5 minutes remain. 5-2 the score. 3-goal differential in favor of the Adrian College Bulldogs here in the MIAA semifinal. Ball down near the Albion Brits offensive end.
Megan Abella checks in for the Bulldogs as she'll come in for Brooke Teska.
Just a reminder here late, I know I've said it 18 times, please subscribe to Adrian College TV on YouTube. And if you are listening to us on WVAC FM, which is much more likely, we get a ton of listeners on VAC, be sure to pull over your car, turn it off, put it in park, and put it in park before you turn it off. Don't leave it in neutral or drive. And subscribe to us on YouTube. I don't care how much of an inconvenience it is to you.
Checking into the game for the Bulldogs is Caitlin Lowers and Laurel Kraus. Albion now trying to work it into the box, and an offsides will be called. Getting a little too overeager and trying to force the issue was Raina Edwards. As it stands right now, Adrian College will advance to the finals of the MIAA tournament, as the 1 seed trying to hold home turf. This one headed along. Megan Abella sends it forward. Racing after it is Maya Oleskiak. This one sent out of bounds inside. 4 minutes to play. As Kristen Connor comes in for your Bulldogs.
3:49 to go in the contest. 5-2 the score in favor of the Adrian Bulldogs here in the MIAA soccer semifinal.
Kristen Connor checking in there for Kyla Sovereign. Play resumes. Albion with it on the near sideline in front of the Bulldogs bench. This one cleared out of bounds. Ball stays with the Bulldogs. Throw in coming here for Sovereign. This one worked up towards midfield and into Adrian's zone as Sovereign races back for it. Makes a nice move and sends it back to the goalkeeper, Avery Giller.
Well, to win in regulation, the Brits would need to score 1 goal per minute right now.
Almost impossible. It would need pretty much a miracle at this point. As a nice defensive play there by the Bulldogs. As it looked like for a second, Piankowski had a rush coming into the box. Albion still fighting hard here. This one sent away. Foul called on the Bulldogs. Albion takes control.
Well, Ryan, time is getting late. I mentioned this early on in the first half. Really excited to have this opportunity for some of you guys. And you're just a freshman. Kelsey Miller's working our top cam. She's just a freshman. Dallas Barnes are working our action cam, just a freshman. It's unreal. Doesn't happen at bigger schools. Doesn't happen at other MIAA schools. So what you guys are going to be able to do in 4 years after working with professors here at Adrian College and myself, I'm just over the moon. I can't wait.
No, it's a blast. It's just such a great experience too to be able to work with everyone here at ACTV, and it's just been overall such a fun experience. And it's doesn't feel like you're working at all.
No,
not at all. It just feels you're just having fun.
Broadcasting is a blast. It's a fun way to make a living, and tough way, but a fun way. And if you happen to be a high school senior listening on WVAC-FM, you can learn more. Visit adrian.edu. We'd love to have you over to the production house for a tour and show you Rush Hall. That was not planned. If anyone is like, "Oh, that's a nice little promo," that just came out. That's not a. We didn't write that down. That just came out.
Julia D'Agostino comes in for the Bulldogs. We're inside a minute and a half here, as Adrian looking like they're going to have a berth in the MIAA finals. As a race coming in here for the Brits, sitting a shot on net there was Piankowski, and a save made by Avery Giller. Corner kick up coming here for the Brits as we have approached the 1 minute mark here in the second half. Corner sent in, shot up, and not in officially, as that hit the crossbar, bounced down, and the ball stayed out according to the refs.
Wow.
That was close, almost just kind of a beautiful play by Albion. They're still fighting hard. You love to see that, as we're inside a half a minute, 30 seconds remain in this second half. But almost a beautiful play there.
That was a gorgeous play by the Brits. That looked like a goal, and, that's one of those ones. In hockey, you'd say it's bad puck luck. Could have been closer to being a score for Albion College. 10 seconds remain, a 3-goal differential. The Bulldogs up big here in the MIAA semifinal over the Brits of Albion.
As the Adrian College Bulldogs will hold home turf here in Kepnick Field at Docking Stadium. And the Adrian College Bulldogs are marching on to the MIAA finals as they have a match in the championship on November 9th. As the Kalamazoo College Hornets are waiting for them there. And the Adrian College Bulldogs win it in an exciting 5-2 matchup here with the Albion Brits. As overall, your thoughts, Gabe, on that 90 minutes of action we just witnessed?
Well, that was unreal. I mean, we saw so many goals in the first half, and what a scoring fest here in the MIAA semifinal between the Albion College Brits and the Adrian College Bulldogs. They were just electric. They had fun with it. They had fun playing some offensive football, and we had fun calling some offensive football. And thank goodness for the home team. You got to say it. You got to be a little bit of a homer on ACTV and WVAC. Thank goodness they're able to come out with a win, and Albion College has nothing to be ashamed of. This is a fantastic program. They have a bright future, lots of young talent, as do the Bulldogs, and these two teams I'm sure will be sparring plenty, especially being rivals going forward.
No, yeah, great action throughout. Albion started the scoring up early, only a little under 2 minutes into play in the first half. They opened up on a goal by Riley Burnett. Then Caroline Fleming, Maya Alexiak, and Molly Safried all answered late in that. Midway through that first half, and then answering late in the first half was Riley Burnett once again for the Brits. And then Adrian tacked on 2 more in that second half, and the Bulldogs were able to come out victorious, and they're now have a matchup with Kalamazoo College in the finals. That's coming on November 9th.
Yeah, excited for the finals, excited for the MIAA finals, and what we'll see in the end of this tournament. Adrian Bulldogs have had a fantastic year. So again, the final score here in the semifinal, 5-2 in favor of the Adrian College Bulldogs over the Albion Brits here on AC Sportsnet. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll catch you next time. For Kelsey Miller, Dallas Barringer, the Bulldogs, the Brits, I'm Gabriel Schrei, and good night, Lenawee County.
As soon as freshmen arrive on campus, Career Planning reaches out to engage students with our services. The Institute for Career Planning is making it easier for students and alumni to manage their professional careers through a career management system called Handshake. Through this system, we are able to connect students with national and international jobs, in addition to internships across all majors. Handshake is not just an employer connection tool. It also helps our office communicate with students about opportunities, upcoming events,